Can you tell I'm excited?
I was going to say, like, the glee in your face right now.
Oh, amazing. That and more coming up as myself and Angelina are here for another Q&A and what has been a busy week of transfers. So kick us off with some big ones.
Okay, so this is from Akil Fischer. Do you think Bale and Reguilon will have a Bruno Fernandes effect when they come in and it sort of brings up the whole team?
Yes. Is it now called the Bruno Fernandes effect?
Apparently
is that
so.
the thing?
That is the new stamp
No one
of
has.
approval for a player. Do they have the Bruno Fernandes effect?
No one's ever had an effect before Bruno came in. No, I get what you mean. Yes, I feel like in a variety of ways for Spurs. First off, Reguilon's an upgrade in Ben Davies, which is fine. And with Gareth Bale, not only is an upgrade in what Spurs have got, it's also a kind of, it's an important message to the fans, to the team, that there's like ambition. Yes, that Gareth Bale isn't the future of Tottenham at 31 years old. Then I'm not saying he is the future of Spurs at all. It's just the fact that they can bring him in and that he wants to come back to the club. And it says to the likes of Kane, Ali, potentially Son, those who may have had their heads turned and may have thought, you know what, Tottenham have got no ambition. I'm leaving. This club's got nothing. For them to see that Daniel Levy and Tottenham as a whole are like, you know what, we do want to sign the big names. We are going to pay the big money for Gareth Bale. We are talking to the top clubs. It's a big effect for them off the pitch. And on the pitch, yeah. I mean, a fully fit Gareth Bale is still one of the best players. Will be one of the best players in the league. You've seen what he's done over the years at Real Madrid. Just if he can stay fit. Yeah. That's the one question. But apart from that, yeah, it'll be massive. Yeah. It'll be absolutely massive. Can you tell I'm excited?
I was going to say, like, the glee in your face right now.
Oh, amazing. Right, on to another massive transfer. This from Trent LFC. I'm not sure if it's actually Trent. Can Thiago be Liverpool's version of Kevin De Bruyne? That deal, very close, if not completed by the time you guys are watching this.
Yes. I think so, 100%. I mean, you look at Thiago's stats, I think, was it like in the Bundesliga last season, like 90% of his passes that were completed or something like that, something stupid like that. I think 100%, I think Liverpool are kind of lacking somebody like Thiago and somebody maybe a little bit like De Bruyne that can carry the ball through, that can get those great passes, that can be in those tight areas and stuff like that. So yeah, I think Thiago can definitely bring that. I think it's probably one of the only areas that Liverpool are lacking. So yeah, I mean, is he going to be the same as De Bruyne? I mean, Liverpool fans are like, oh my God, we're getting like a carbon copy of De Bruyne. I don't necessarily think so, but I think that whilst he might not be the exact same playing style as him, the other things that Thiago brings to the table will come in handy as well.
They will come in handy, and he will be a good passer to keep the game ticking over for Liverpool and playing forward passes. Liverpool have been dying out for a more creative midfielder. Having said that, I don't think he'll be the next De Bruyne.
Not
or
the
Liverpool
next
version. Or the Liverpool version.
Just like an older, maybe not as great version.
But De Bruyne's goals and assists contribute so much to Manchester City's total, whereas Thiago scores a handful of goals per season at best. We're talking 2 or 3.
Regarding maybe what he can provide them in the midfield, maybe similar.
Yes, attacking wise. But then again, I don't think Liverpool were in need of a goal scorer like Manchester City are from midfield because the front 3 do their thing. Actually, the front 2, I'm taking Firmino out. The guy, honestly, I watched him the other day. Every time he doesn't shoot and he passes it, I'm like, oh, defensive forward. Just utter nonsense. Firmino, just hit the ball. Just shoot the goddamn ball. Hit the back of the net.
If you watch him.
Yeah, absolute nonsense. So he keeps passing. Oh, he's defending. Oh, he's this and that. Shut up. He's a striker. He's supposed to score goals. Sorry, you go on next.
Okay, so next question is from Umar Mohammed. So, do you think there could be a twist in the tail in League One? Even though every year we say that PSG managed to win in the end, do you think another loss or two could seriously unsettle PSG and open opportunities for teams like Marseille and Lyon? I know it's too soon to say anything, but PSG look really shaky and are definitely not at their best. What do you think?
The positivity in me says yes, it will be different.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to see.
It would be nice.
Something different.
Someone like Marseille. Or Lille. I mean, even Rennes had a good season last year in the Champions League. You would like to think so, but PSG are just so far ahead. This is the thing, when a team, basically everyone else, Lyon, Marseille, whoever, when they go through a rough patch, they kind of have to work their way back into it. They know they can be put off by other players and by other teams, who are going to see this and take advantage and, really kind of prey on their form. And it might take a game or two before they start to hit their stride again. For PSG, they don't have this issue.
Yeah.
They don't have it where they've got to work as a team to get back into form. They turn up one match day, bam. Mbappe, Neymar are back in the team. They're flying again. Forget the last bad result, right? They're at top form again, and Mbappe, Neymar, and Di Maria are taking the piss out of the league and picking up 3 points. Like, it's not. They are shaky, PSG. In Champions League, it's completely different. They are shaky, and there's been red cards and coronavirus to start the season. And, they've lost a few games and then just managed to win their third game in the last minute. But like I said, as soon as the big guys come back in, they go back to dominating the division.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard to see a different outcome, even though I really want to.
Here's hoping, eh?
Here's hoping, yeah, but I can't. I can't see. There could be a twist, Umar. There could be a twist, but I'm not sure a full-on other winner. Next up, Daval Al-Gupta has said, buying a link to Callum Hudson-Odoi again. Not this again. Wasn't this like a year and a half ago this nonsense was going on? Is this a good chance, sir? I don't think so, since Bayern would have to pay more after his contract renewal.
I can see why Hudson-Odoi, I can see why he might maybe eventually want to move somewhere else, because those left and right wings and, attacking kind of midfielders and stuff, it is looking busy at Chelsea at the moment, and I think...
That's an understatement.
Yeah, and I think we might be seeing at the end of the season that maybe he is looking to go somewhere else. I guess with Bayern, you look at like Leroy Sané, you've got Coman as well, Gnabry on the right. So I guess they kind of have people in those areas, but I can see why they would want him. I think he's a great young talent, but I assume he's going to be sticking around at Chelsea for a little bit to see what happens.
I feel like the basis of this, certainly the rumours, is that it's going to be a loan deal. Chelsea could loan him out. Obviously, they got rid of Willian and Pedro this summer, but like you said, Havertz, Werner, Pulisic also there. The thing is, Bayern, like you said, Bayern need another fourth winger, because you want two to cover each side, especially if you assume like Bayern are, they're going for the treble again. They're going to go far in every competition. Perisic has gone back to Inter Milan and they won't be signing him. So Bayern do need a fourth winger so they can rotate Sané, Gnabry, Coman and then Hudson-Odoi. So maybe a 1-year loan deal does kind of work. Yes.
I mean, for him, I would be grabbing it with both hands.
It's an opportunity to go and learn at Bayern Munich, play with some other players, experience other things and develop, and then come back to Chelsea.
Ready to kind of fight for your spot and prove why I am just as good, if not better, than all the other players that you've got.
I just think that he's never going to be a regular at either team. So it's not such a big deal about first team football. It's more about sort of growing and developing. I think it'd be a good experience for him personally.
Yeah. Okay, so next question is from Chibuzi Dick, whatever. So, do you think that Zidane is the right person to lead this next generation of Madrid players? I know he's a very good coach, but he seems to make players lack consistency with his out-of-the-blue rotations, especially in attack. Should another manager like Pochettino or Julian Nagelsmann manage this next set of Galacticos?
I actually disagree.
I agree with you.
We're both disagreeing with Chibuezi. I think that Zinedine Zidane's Real Madrid was literally built off the fact that he didn't change anybody and he was extraordinarily consistent. All those Champions Leagues that he won was with the same team apart from once Bale and Isco swapped for that Liverpool game. But before that, it was always the same team. He's come back after a year out and he's still playing the same team. He's still trusting Casemiro, Kroos and Modric in midfield. He's still trusting Benzema up top. He's still got Varane, Ramos, Marcelo switching out a bit with Mendy, Carvajal. Zidane is Mr. Consistency and he isn't going out and making any Galacticos signings. Having said that, next summer I feel like there will be. It looks like Real Madrid have been pretty quiet this summer. They're getting rid of a few, obviously Bale to Spurs, and Reguilon's out, James is leaving, Odegaard's back in the squad, Kubo's gone out on loan. I feel like once he gets a Galacticos set of players, Zidane will be consistent again. The problem is with so many youngsters, Jesus Reina, I think it's pronounced, can't quite remember, is out on loan. The others that are in the squad, like Vinicius, like Rodrigo, outside of Benzema, Hazard, who's not fully fit, he has to change.
Yeah.
None of those are at the level of Ronaldo and Benzema, who were in the Champions League, who were undisputed starters.
Yeah.
None of those are at the level where they command a first team spot every single game. So, of course, he's going to change them about a bit. Like, I mean, does Vinicius start every single game without fail? Is he that good? Rodrigo? Hazard, yes, if he stays away from injury.
Yeah.
Bale? Isco? James? Obviously not, because James and Bale have gone. Yeah. These guys aren't good enough to demand a first team place every week. So Zidane has to change them.
Of course, and like you say, I feel like next season they will be looking at, like we've discussed before, this Ramos replacement, maybe some more people up front that he can use. But I think the thing with Zidane, you can argue over whatever, but he is literally like the heartbeat of Real Madrid. Like, you can tell, like, when he left and everything fell apart and they were like, oh my God, please come back. And he came back and he brings, like, consistency, like you're saying, like a bit of like a steadiness to him.
Yeah, I feel like that as well.
So yeah, I think for those reasons as well, he's super important for them. But it'd be interesting, I guess.
If they were, like you say, to sign, let's say Mbappe and Haaland, a mega summer for Real Madrid, then yeah, a front three of Mbappe, Haaland and Hazard, that picks itself. Those guys do play every week. Zidane doesn't have to make out of the blue rotations, and he consistently picks them and they stay out front every game. So yeah, I think it's more of a player thing rather than a Zidane thing. Yeah. Right, lastly, from Akshaj Fadnis, who has said, Matt, what is your favourite breakfast item?
Ooh.
Breakfast item just sounds odd. This means it doesn't have to be food. Breakfast item. Coffee.
I do.
Okay, breakfast item.
Food-wise, I never used to be like a massive breakfast fan, so I would probably go something like pancakes. It's always good. Or you can't go wrong with like a good omelette. If we're talking about food, I mean, I'm thinking about food.
It depends, because I always feel like there's different levels of breakfast. There's like your regular...
Like toast, basic.
Yeah, there's your
cereal.
Basic breakfast, there's the stuff you can do every day, or there's the fancy stuff. You're telling me you're waking up every day to cook pancakes?
Oh, hell no.
Exactly, it's like a special occasion, lazy Sunday.
Cereal. Yeah, like I'm thinking like Saturday, Sunday kind of breakfast, nice omelette.
Slow breakfast.
Pancakes or something, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go lots of fruit. Smoothie or just regular fruit. That's always good for me. And coffee.
Always.
Makes me sound like an addict. Anyway, you guys let us know your favourite breakfast item and of course all of your thoughts on the rest of this Q&A. As always, thank you so much for leaving your questions in the YouTube community tab on a Wednesday evening. That is where you can find us posting to ask all of you to leave your questions for Friday's episode. Make sure you look out for the Q&A extra as well this weekend. But from myself and Angelina, until next time, we will see you guys later.